Haribol Namaste. We're going to be doing a yoga adventure today. All you need is a little bit of space around you where you're not going to hurt yourself by knocking into furniture. Are you ready? Well, the story we're going to do today with our yoga adventure is the story of Lord Rama. So let's find some nice open space. Maybe you even have a yoga mat that you'd like to go and get now. As you know, Lord Rama was the son of a great king called Dasarath in a time long, long ago. Open your feet just a little bit and just rock forward and backwards to your toes and back to your heel, and to your toes and back to your heel, and then stabilize a little bit so you feel nice and strong and grounded into the ground. Stand straight. Imagine there's a string pulling your head up and up and up all the way to the ceiling, and it straightens up your back. Stand tall and strong. Now let's put our king crown on, bringing our hands up to a prayer and down onto your head. So the father of Rama was King Dasarath, and we're standing strong and straight and noble like a king. Now when Rama was just a boy, he had great powers and he loved to practice his martial arts skills. Let's come and be strong like a warrior, bringing our feet wide apart, bending our front knee and facing the side. We're going to bring our arms up, just check they're nice and straight. Standing there strong in the warrior pose. And let's do the other side. Just bringing your foot to the other side, pointing it this way, bending that front knee and lifting your arms up to the sides. Standing strong and stable like a warrior. As Rama became a young man, he entered a competition to win the hand of Sita, the beautiful Sita, who was the daughter of King Janak. When he went to that land, far away from his own city of Ayodhya, he needed to enter the competition, and he needed to break a very, very big bow, which was Lord Shiva's bow. We're going to fold our back like a bow, standing on the side, legs together. Let's fold our back, sticking the bottom out behind you, folding forwards, 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 and trying to touch your toes, tucking your head in and your chin in, and folding like a bow. My arms are the string of the bow. Lord Rama came and grabbed the bow. He picked it up right in the middle and lifted it high up, and he snapped it when he strung it. Wow, he was so strong because it took 300 men to lift that bow, but Lord Rama could just pick it up easily and put the string on. Now we're going to be doing another folding pose. Open up your legs really wide, and we're going to do a forward bend folding pose. So we're going to put our hands on our hips, bending forward, and just stopping there. Rama won his new wife Sita, and he took her back to Ayodhya, and there was a big festival. Everyone was so happy. But then Rama was forced to leave and go and live in the forest, and he took Sita and Lakshman with him, and they went into a beautiful forest called Panchavati. Bending our leg, bringing our foot up. If you can't put it this high, then just put it down this low. We're going to stand strong and tall like a tree. Again, I'll show you. First of all, make sure the other leg that's staying on the ground is nice and stable. Okay, that's your roots. Your roots are down in the ground, and we're going to lift that other leg up and bend it out to the side and take it and put it on your inner thigh. Wow, once you're really, really focused, let's bring our branches of the tree up, and let's be the forest of Ayodhya. You can have wide branches with your fingers stretching wide, Or maybe you're a really tall thin tree, standing strong and steady, being the forest, lowering your arms and lowering your leg. Let's try and do the other one. Make sure first that leg that's on the ground is strong and rooted. Okay, once you've got your balance, lifting up that leg and placing it on your inner thigh or your calf and raising your arms up like the branches of the tree. At this time out in the forest, there were great mystics, and some of them weren't very nice. They were Rakshasas. Rama and Lakshman had superhuman strength, and they had to try and protect themselves against all these demons and demonesses. So Rama and Lakshman were great warriors and archers. Let's be like Rama with his bow and arrow. Opening up your legs really wide, we're going to do another warrior pose. Bending that front knee, bringing your arms up by your sides. And this time, let's imagine holding a bow. So I'm holding a big bow in my hand, and I'm going to come forward and pull the string. Let's be Rama, shooting at the Rakshasas as they come down and attack, pulling that bow back and shooting the arrow. Let's try it again, keeping those legs strong and steady, pulling back that string and shooting the arrow. Arms out by your side, back to the center, and now point the foot to the other side, bending the front knee, and let's shoot some arrows on this side, shall we? Holding that bow and pulling the string back and shoot. And again, pull the string back and shoot. Wow, just like a strong warrior, bringing your legs together. Soon there was a powerful king called Ravan, and he heard of the beauty of Lord Rama's wife. And he wanted to steal Sita Devi for himself and take him back to his golden city of Lanka. So he went off in his chariot from Sri Lanka. Open up your legs wide. We're going to be balancing on this front leg, bending the knee, bringing your arms up by your sides. We're going to lean over this side where the bent knee is, looking at your fingertips, and fly up across the ocean all the way from Sri Lanka and land on the other side. And now he's going to go over the land and over the mountains, opening up your legs. You see how I changed sides? We're going to do this side now and balance on my other leg. So I'm going to bend that knee, and then I'm going to balance on that leg, leaning up and over the leg. And look at those fingertips, bringing that back leg up, flying high over the mountains. Ravana went, coming back to center and bring your legs back together. Ravana came down. He went over to the little hut of Sita. Rama and Lakshman were away trying to catch a golden deer, which, if you remember from the story last time, was a trick to make Rama and Lakshman leave Sita alone. Ravan came in front, disguised as a Brahmin, and then walked up to beautiful Sita. And we're going to bring our arms up, and we're going to pretend that we're Ravan capturing Sita, bringing your arms around your body and twisting to the side and up again and twisting to the other side. He grabbed Sita and he pulled her back into his chariot. Then when Rama and Lakshman returned, they searched everywhere. Let's look to the right and to the left and all the way up and all the way in front, and they couldn't find her anywhere. So off they walked. They walked through the forests. They walk around the caves and the mountains and the rivers and the lakes. And then there was Hanuman. Hanuman came down in front of them. Open up your legs wide, and we're going to be standing there like Hanuman, praying to Lord Rama. Let's balance on those feet with our legs very wide into a squat, holding your hands out in front of you. Hanuman was ready to serve Rama. He wanted to do anything to help. After some time and some part of the story went past, Hanuman then went to the ocean side, and everyone reminded him that he was the son of the wind god Vayu himself, and he could fly. So Hanuman climbed up a mountain. We're going to be like a mountain peak now. So coming down onto all fours, making sure your hands are underneath your shoulders and hands are nice and wide and steady. We're going to tuck down underneath our toes and draw our bottoms up to the ceiling like a mountain peak. Can you do that, everyone? Holding it there, strong like a mountain, Hanuman climbed up the mountain, and then he took a huge leap. We're going to do a lunge for the leap, bringing one leg forward and draw up the knee from the other side. And we're going to lunge forward. Hanuman leapt across the sea. And then let's make sure we do the other side. Drawing that knee back down on the floor, bending one knee and a lunge onto the knee. Now make sure your knee's not too far forwards, has to be a straight line from the ground. A big leap across the sea. When Hanuman got to the other side, he searched everywhere for Sita, and he saw her sitting underneath a tree, coming down and crossing your legs, resting in a seated pose. Now let's sit here and draw our spine really straight and tall. Again, imagining the string is pulling us from the top of our heads up, up and up, tall, straight back. And there was Sita, thinking of her dearest love, Lord Rama, sitting underneath the tree. Hanuman jumped down in front of her. Open up your legs wide again. My dear Sita, I am Hanuman, and I have a message from Lord Rama. He was very happy to see Sita. Now coming back up. Now we're going to do another big leap across the ocean like Hanuman did. We're going to do another lunge. One leg behind, one leg bent in front, and a big lunge. But this time we're going to bring our hands and arms up and tall above our heads. And he leapt and flew across the ocean wide, all the way to the other side, to where Rama and Lakshman were waiting, and all the others anxiously waiting news. He came out in front of Rama and told him that Sita was safe and in a garden on the other side, and they all got ready. How would they cross? Well, they started throwing rocks into the ocean, and the ocean supported the rocks, and they floated, and they made a bridge all the way across to the other side for the whole army to march across. Let's come down and be like a rock. Down on your knees and make yourself really, really small and round like a rock, just resting there. Hanuman and Jambavan and all the other monkey warriors, Rama and Lakshman, all made a big bridge across Lanka, which was so strong due to the power of Lord Rama. Then they prepared to march across. Victory to Ram! Victory to Ram! Jai Shri Sita Ram! Jaya Sita Ram! Jaya Sita Ram! And off they went to the other side, and then there was a huge battle. I think we better get into our warrior pose again, opening your legs wide, bending that front knee, opening up your arms and grabbing your bow and arrow and pulling the string back. They shot many, many Rakshasas, and then it came to the time when Lord Rama had to come head to head with Ravan. He took his invincible bow and his invincible arrow, and he shot one deadly arrow to Ravana's heart. Ravana fell down to the earth. It was now 14 years, and the exile of Rama, Sita and Lakshman was over, and they could go all the way back to Ayodhya, and he could become king. Yay! Victory to Ram! Victory to Ram! Everyone was so excited. When Rama entered Ayodhya, everyone was very, very happy. Let's stand strong and tall again like a king, because now Lord Rama was going to be crowned king of Ayodhya. Making sure your feet are strong and rooted to the ground. Make sure your spine is tall and pulling up your head to the ceiling. Bringing up your arms and opening them wide to make your shoulders sit nicely. And let's put on the king's crown. Up again, hands together and crowning the king. Bringing your hands down. And let's take 3 big breaths in. Ready? Breathing in and out. Rama. And breathing in and out. Sita. And breathing in and out. Lakshman. Haribol, and we'll see you soon, and I hope you enjoyed that yoga session. I hope you feel fit and strong now.